When someone saves your life, the least you can do is thank them. It shouldn't even need to be said. It's just common sense. A crane repays a favor by becoming a bride. A turtle rescued from bullies takes you to an underwater palace. Even a cat returns kindness. And even a stone Jizo statue offers thanks for a straw hat in winter. I mean, I don't know if Jizo's actually alive, but still. By that logic, a human who receives help and doesn't even say thank you might be considered lower than an animal. Trash. Absolute trash. And to go so far as to blame the one who tried to help? That's beyond disgraceful. No wonder people hesitate to use an AED these days. A divided society is colder than we'd like to admit. That morning, I, Katsunushi Tomon, found myself absent-mindedly mulling over all of that. Just yesterday, on the way home from school, I saw someone's lost wallet lying on the ground, and deliberately ignored it. No way was I going to risk being mistaken for a thief just for trying to do the right thing. Call me cold-hearted if you want, but the truth is, I never had any intention of helping anyone in the first place. Like it or not, that's just my policy. And so, I was a loner. Well, it couldn't be helped. Even if someone asked me whether I'd want to be friends with myself, I'd have to politely decline. Not that it ever caused me any real problems, aside from the occasional awkward moment when the teacher told us to pair up in class. But that usual, uneventful day turned out to be anything but. A girl I'd never seen before walked in with our homeroom teacher. She was stunning, so much so that everyone in the room couldn't help but stare. The classroom instantly filled with murmurs and quiet excitement. We have a new classmate starting today. Please welcome her to our class.
No, I don't need anyone to welcome me.
Oh, well, that's not okay.
My name is Rain Mimura. Sir, which seat am I assigned to?
Are you sure you're done introducing yourself?
Is there anything else I should say?
Well, for example, your hobby?
That's my personal information.
Is this how younger kids are nowadays? No, sir. I think that girl simply and rudely has no manners. The girl who introduced herself as Mimura was extremely cold. She's aloof, she doesn't smile, she's pretty, but her personality probably sucks. Maybe she didn't want others to make fun of her name. Mimura walked over quickly to take the seat right next to me. She was silent. I won't greet her or anything either. Mimura was obviously trying to repel others. I didn't want to get myself involved with her, so this is actually favorable for me. A beautiful transfer student is being assigned next to me. Some people might envy me, but this is the reality. Nothing happens, and nothing will change. There's no such thing as foreshadowing in life. Mimura! My name is Sai Ishii. I'm a member of the soccer club.
Good for you.
My name is Dei Chibo. I enjoy boxing.
Good for you.
I play fencing. I wrestle.
Good for you.
Every boy who approached her was crushed into pieces. There are so many sports players in this class. The arrival of a beautiful transfer student was simply too much excitement for our otherwise ordinary day, and the boys were instantly smitten. But all Mimura said, without even looking up from her novel, was, "Good for you." Seriously? That's it? That's all you've got, guys? At the very least, she seemed to respond politely when the girls greeted her, but even so, her cool, detached demeanor remained unchanged.
Mimura, do you already know which club you'll join? I'm not very good with the crowd. I see, so maybe a literature club?
And the girls seem to be taking care of her too. She's become a popular student in our classroom. She's pretty, and I'm sure she'll naturally be accepted by everyone. Being in high school, we're all mature enough to bully others too. I'm a loner, but it's not like anyone ever does anything. I just don't have a strong presence. Besides, I don't like buddying up with others. And to make it clear, I'm not acting tough. I'm sure this huge deal will cease itself naturally in a matter of time. After the special day of encountering the transfer student, 2 weeks have passed by. The classroom was back in peace, and the boys who were crushed into pieces were finding a nice distance from her. Mimura seemed to be cold with boys, but she would talk to them if she had to, and it wasn't like she was ignoring them. She settled with an acknowledgement as an aloof transfer student. It's so hot. I fanned myself lazily with a plastic folder. Why is summer in this country always so ridiculously hot? Apparently, there used to be no air conditioning in classrooms back in the day, but I honestly can't imagine how anyone managed to focus on lessons in this kind of heat without it. While I was melting into my desk, my eyes drifted to Mimura, who sat beside me. As usual, she was reading her novel, completely unfazed by the heat. Not a single bead of sweat on her.
What?
She must have felt my gaze, because she suddenly furrowed her brows slightly. I was wondering if you feel hot at all.
Of course I am, but it's not going to change anything even if I said it out loud.
You're right. She was helplessly correct. Nothing to argue about. It's not like it gets colder by complaining that it's hot.
By the way, what was your name again?
You don't need to know if you're not interested.
That's true.
After that, we didn't exchange any words. Our first conversation was helplessly ridiculous. Girls get to ditch, and I envy them for that. That single comment had been nothing more than a loner's muttering to myself. Around this time of year, even PE class takes on a different flavor, because it's swim season. Some high schools these days don't even have a pool, apparently, but my Tuesday school is pretty well equipped in that department. Not that it makes any difference. The swimming lessons are separated by gender, so there's really nothing to look forward to. We knew how to swim. It should be a freestyle class. And that's also just muttering to myself. Don't make me say it. I'm embarrassed. I'm not very good at swim classes. It's not like I can't swim. It's just that I prefer not to expose my skin in front of others. No, I'm not a girl! Whoa, how lame. After the swim class was over and I returned to our classroom, I realized my mistake. I felt something awkward around my neck, and I realized that I was wearing my t-shirt backwards. I rushed to get changed. I can't get naked in the middle of the classroom. I rotated the shirt without taking it off.
Huh?
I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to sexually harass you. I thought I was being careful, but Mimura ended up seeing me. She was looking at me as if she were displeased. I'll take the blame for this. I'm sure she didn't want to see a boy getting changed.
No, that's fine, but...
Huh? Do you want to get sexually harassed?
I question the society for treating everything they see as sexual harassment.
Mimura, it seemed, was challenging the norms of modern society in her own quiet way. Maybe she's actually a decent person after all.
That's not what I was trying to say. You're,
I wasn't sure what was going on, but Mimura seemed to be concerned about something. She kept trying to say something, while taking her words back before letting it out. Her eyes were wandering off too. My name is Tomo. I started itching with the awkward vibe, so I decided to introduce myself.
Why are you telling me your name?
I thought you should know my name, since you're a classmate.
Is that so?
I fixed my uniform after getting changed. Alright, so what's the matter?
Well,
Normally, she was the embodiment of emotional detachment, but this time, her response felt strangely hesitant. I couldn't quite put my finger on it, but something about her demeanor felt off. Before I could make sense of it, the bell rang, bringing my odd little moment with the transfer student to an inconclusive end. I can't focus in class because she made me curious. For some reason, Mimura kept glancing in my direction. Our eyes met more than once, and each time, she quickly hid her face behind her textbook. Honestly, she was acting incredibly suspicious. It seems like I made her upset about something. At this point, it felt like a dark aura was practically radiating off of Mimura. Her gaze was getting sharper by the second. Maybe she was thinking something like, "Why'd you even bother with that lame self-introduction? I couldn't care less about your name." If so, that's just depressing. As soon as the final bell rang, I grabbed my bag without hesitation.
There's something I wanted to ask you, Tomon.
If you're trying to get to the Guyana Highlands, you can get there from Venezuela. Bye!
That wasn't what I wanted to ask you. Hey, Tomon!
Mimura's cold to others all the time, so I'm sure I get to be cold with her, too. I want nothing to do with trouble. Complicated relationships aren't my thing, and I definitely don't want to get involved in any kind of incident or accident. Peace and quiet. That's all I ask from the world. I never want to be anywhere near a fire ever again. Everyone else should be careful too. Fire safety people. Seriously.
I never even imagined. Fresh out of the bath, I sat on my bed and looked down at my feet. There it was, the faint scar shaped like a heart. It doesn't bring me any real comfort, not really, but still, maybe, just maybe. I was caught in a fire when I was little, not that I remember much of it now. What I do recall is the choking heat, flames filling my vision, and a pain so sharp it felt like I was being burned alive. Well, not felt like, I was being burned. By the time I regained consciousness, I had already been rescued. Apparently, it was a boy my age who happened to be there by chance and pulled me out. Even so, the burn on my leg never fully healed. The scar remained. After the chaos finally settled, my parents decided we should thank the one who had saved me. The boy standing before me was my supposed savior, but I had no real memory of him. While my parents expressed their deep gratitude, the boy looked visibly uncomfortable, and then he quietly muttered something.
It looks like a heart, and it's beautiful.
You're terrible! His words made my blood boil, and I stormed out of the room. I had been devastated ever since learning the scar on my leg would never fade. It felt like he was mocking that pain, and I couldn't stand it. It hurt. It frustrated me. I was angry and sad all at once. That day, I got the worst scolding of my life, but what truly crushed me wasn't the yelling. It was what my parents told me afterward. The boy had also been badly burned when he saved me, a scar on his back that would never disappear. And he had asked my parents not to tell me. He didn't want me to know. I'm such a terrible girl. I've regretted it ever since. Now I understand. Back then, the boy wasn't making fun of my scar at all. He saw how much it bothered me, and he was just trying to comfort me in his own way. He was a hero through and through. When I was told he saved me, it never really felt real, but this time, it was different. Through that quiet kindness, he had tried to save me all over again, and I walked away without even thanking him. I was awful, pathetic, and foolish. After that day, I never got the chance to see him again. Even though a part of me had already given up, I kept looking. No matter how many people confessed their feelings to me, I could never bring myself to care about anyone, except that boy. Tomon, you were the boy from back then. Tomon was getting changed inside the classroom. It seemed as if he accidentally wore his shirt backwards, and that was when I happened to see the scar on his back. And if that was the case, with a pounding heartbeat, I could feel the stagnant time inside me beginning to move again.
What exactly is this situation? I collapsed face down on my desk, exhausted. I thought everything would reset by the next day, but Mimura's strange behavior only got worse. For some reason, she kept talking to me non-stop from the morning. Her usual cold attitude had vanished, replaced by an oddly close distance. Because of her, we attracted all the stares in the classroom all day long. My mind was completely shattered. I felt like I might just melt away like a snowman. The unfamiliar gaze of curiosity made me want to run away, and I kept counting down the minutes until the end of the school day. Finally, after what felt like forever, the bell rang, signaling the end of class. All right! I suddenly stood up with a loud thud and quickly packed my things to go home. Just as I was about to rush out of the classroom, I was stopped by a voice. It was the voice that felt the most threatening right now. Number 1 on the danger list.
Wait, Tomon!
I have plans to go to Hong Kong after this.
Hong Kong?
Unable to keep up the makeshift lie any longer, I turned around for now. How can I help?
You're very handsome.
Me? I was clumsily complimented. Her incomprehensible words froze my thoughts. Thanks? Not knowing how to respond, I just nodded awkwardly and bowed my head. Mimura slowly edged closer, step by step.
I'm sorry. I really wanted to talk to you.
I'll listen. I promise I will. So don't get closer to me than that.
Take off your clothes.
Are you sexually harassing me? And the topic looped back to the other day.
I'm sorry, I rushed myself. I happened to see your scar yesterday, and I wanted to take a look at it.
The scar on my back? How does Mimura know about that? I'm not sure if I'm the right person to be asking, but are you not feeling well today? You're acting a little weird today.
Sure, maybe I am acting a little weird. Actually, let's save the hassle and just say that I'm weird.
You're scaring me.
Tomon, have you been involved in a fire in the past?
Mimura's expression turned serious. A fire? Yes, I have, but that was a long time ago.
So it was you.
I couldn't understand why Mimura knew about the fire.
Do you recall this heart-shaped scar?
Those words sounded strangely familiar to me. A story about a hopeless, ungrateful, and foolish girl. Suddenly, my memories were triggered. I had once helped someone desperately, and, trying to encourage a girl who was feeling down, only ended up being hated. A bitter experience. Since then, I stopped trying to help anyone. Mimura slid down her sock, revealing her shin. There, etched painfully, was the scar from her burn. That heart-shaped scar. Mimura, were you? I recognized that heart-shaped scar.
I'm very sorry that I didn't even thank you back then. I've been looking for you, Tomon.
Mimura bowed deeply. Her words of apology were filled with years of regret. However, for me, it was nothing more than a past event I was starting to forget. There were no feelings left. Being thanked now only made me feel uncomfortable. It's been such a long time. Don't worry about me. That was all I said as I started walking away. I understood why she was acting strangely. If she feels like we cleared things up between us, that's all we needed. Maybe for Mimura, it felt like having a small fishbone stuck in her throat. It was a bit of an event, but the regrets are all cleared now, and everything will go back to normal starting tomorrow. We'll be back to being classmates that don't talk to each other. As I was about to walk out of the classroom, Mimura tugged me from behind.
I can leave you with all of myself.
What? I was startled by the sudden ridicule.
My parents scolded me, and that was when I finally realized your kindness, Tomon. I've fallen in love with you since then.
You need to calm down first.
I had a strong sense of guilt, but as time passed by, I realized that it had turned into an affection.
You're not listening to me at all. I started to realize there was no going back.
I don't care about any boys other than you, Tomon. I can be all lovey-dovey with you. I know it.
Lovey-dovey? What happened to your usual cold attitude?
I'd never treat you like that. If I were to ever be rude to you like that, I'll break all my fingers.
You're being crazy.
I love you, Tomon, more than anyone in this universe.
You're speaking of such a large scale. Why am I being confessed to so passionately right now? It means a lot, but this is all happening so suddenly, and I'm not really processing what's going on.
I understand. I'm sure you're startled by my sudden confession.
Oh, I'm glad. It seems like Mimura understands. We've barely known each other until just yesterday. Rather than feeling affections for her, I'm confused.
But I want you, Tomon!
And we're back to square one. Isn't that the line that I'm supposed to say? If she expresses her love for me so badly, my heart ends up racing.
It's because I love you!
You're being a spoiled little daughter.
Let's do this then. We can start by getting married as soon as we graduate from high school.
Isn't that way beyond where we should start with?
I mean, you never know if other girls might start realizing how attractive you are. That's not necessary from now on because you already have me.
Mimura's so forceful. Can we at least start by being friends? Since I didn't know what to do, I suggested a compromising idea.
Wait, what? I thought we were friends all along.
You're kidding! You didn't think anything of me until yesterday!
The biggest compromise I can make is for us to only be lovers, and I'm not compromising further.
You're not planning to compromise at all.
If you're free after this, I want us to go on a date.
I said I have plans to go to Hong Kong. This is bad. It feels like Mimura's feelings, which she'd been holding back all this time, are finally exploding. There's no way she's calming down anytime soon. Sure, Mimura's beautiful. Even now, looking at her, she's flawless. But still, does this kind of thing really happen? This isn't some romantic comedy manga, you know.
Now let's go, Tomon.
Mimura took my hand. Are we seriously going on a date?
We need to go buy some baby products.
You're way too ahead of your life.
I hated looking at my scar. I hated it. But then, ever since you said that it was heart-shaped, I liked it.
Back then, I saw the faint red burn marks and thought they looked like a perfect heart. I didn't want to see her so down, so I tried to cheer her up. But in the end, my words only made Mimura angry. Looking back, maybe I've been stubborn and sulking ever since.
I started to see it as a connection that I had with you, Tomon. The scar would shine and throb as it tells me that I love you, Tomon.
Mimura, I'm surprised to discover how passionate you are.
Explosively passionate.
I don't really understand that.
Hey, Tomon.
Mimura gave me a soft smile, her first since she transferred here.
I love you so much.
From that day on, our endless battle began. Love fight. Ready? Go!